episode 33, where today we'll be talking about Unfriended and Unfriended 2.
No! That's the... Okay.
But first,
Hello, well... It's my thing. I'm so done with you guys. Okay. Hello and welcome back to I wanted to say hello and welcome back to Unfriended.
This is chaos.
What's happening? Is this why we never record as a group all together?
Yes.
Because this is what happens.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Hello and welcome back to Near Dark Podcast, episode 33. Today we're gonna talk about Unfriended from 2014 and Unfriended Dark Web from 2018. But before that, I'm gonna introduce my Skype crew. Introduce yourself, guys.
No.
Hello.
You're a fucking baby shark.
Oh.
How dare you?
Okay, so... Okay, how are you doing?
I'm doing alright. How are you doing, Tiger?
I'm alright. I got a beard and I got a beard brush and combs that I'm really fond of right now. How are you doing, Zombie and Cracky?
Been sick all week, so that's fun. I'm doing much better now. So, yeah. How about Josef?
I got a pretty bad cold going on, so it's okay. Besides that,
Back to Angel. How are you doing?
It's okay, I'd say. The world is a little bit more spinny than normally, but otherwise it's okay.
are you
Are you
drunk?
drunk?
Fuck yeah, I'm drunk. No, I'm not really sure what it is. It's been going on for a while. Might need to go to a doctor or something because, like, the world is spinning more than normally.
Yeah.
Guys, you can't all be sick. One at a time.
No, it is a group effort.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
wait for you. It's
So,
coming.
has anyone watched a movie or a series or anything? Read a good book lately?
Nothing noteworthy, I would say.
I watched The Joker. It was awesome.
I've heard kind of mixed about that. Like, either you love it or you hate it. It's like...
I've seen that one as well. My personal opinion is basically that it's most likely the best movie this year. To be honest.
Yeah.
He's getting paid to say that, everybody.
But it's a character study of this mentally challenged man who basically gets kicked out of society and he starts to lose it. You get to see the whole process for him. And yeah, I really liked it. Phoenix did a really good job as Arthur in that movie. Really impressive.
Yeah.
Isn't this one like... It's not from the Batman Joker University...
It's an adaptation of the character Joker. It's basically a origin story.
Okay.
But it's not an action movie. It's a drama thriller.
Okay.
But it's well spent the time watching it.
Yeah, I might watch it later then.
Yeah, you really should.
Yeah, it's the best movie I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, same here.
There you go. Well, I've been listening to an audiobook of Stephen King. I'm currently going through Pet Cemetery.
Oh boy.
I'm about how far in can I be? Maybe around 70 hours, I think. Yeah, shortly over.
Where in the story are you?
No, not 70 hours. Jesus.
70 hours.
Yeah, I took it wrong. I'm looking.
That's a long fucking book.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the files here. See, I would say about 6 hours in probably. They have just the cat church has just come back. I'm about there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's finally starting to like things are finally starting to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's one of Stephen King's slower books.
yeah.
And it's more a tragic story of loss and grief than a straight up horror story.
I've tried to listen to The Shining before on Audible, not sponsored. And I got about 4 hours in before I kind of gave up, because it's kind of like you have to listen a whole chapter through before you end and do something else. And I used to listen to audiobooks when I was walking Pepsi, and I would walk for about 20 to 40 minutes, and a chapter could be up to about 2 hours. And when I get home, I want to do something else, not listen to a book. So,
Yeah.
but
That's a
so
long
far,
fucking dog walk.
yeah. It's a pretty good book so far, and I enjoy the way Stephen King writes. So I don't mind that he describes a book on 4 pages. So it's a good listen.
My favorite book of Stephen King is Jesus. What's the English title?
I didn't know he wrote Jesus.
Misery.
Yeah, the movie is great. So
I don't think the movie is good.
I think the movie's
But that's because I read the
you
novel
read the book before you watched it.
Yeah, and the book is a lot more graphic than the movie is. The same thing is with Cujo. The Cujo and Misery is my favorite Stephen King books. And Cujo is really, really, really graphic. The book, while the movie is a lot more tame.
You know what? I was actually thinking about Carrie, not Misery.
Oh,
I still think Misery is a good movie. I might think otherwise after I've listened to the book, because I also got that one. And I got Cujo too, so I'm gonna listen to that one. I think the one I got is like classic, like the bigger ones. And some of them are written under a different name than Stephen King.
It's a pseudonym.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be interesting going through what I got. Besides that, I've been rewatching You. This is getting a second season, I believe end of November, early December. So that's gonna be interesting. Does anyone else have anything, or has it been a dry month?
Been a dry month for me. The only thing I've really done was play Star Wars.
Fair.
It's been a pretty dry month for me as well. I watched a couple of comedies, and I rewatched Halloween 2018.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it's great. And I'm almost done with season 9 of The Walking Dead. And then I finally caught up with a 2018 Blumhouse production that was Truth or Dare.
Ah, yeah.
Have any of you guys seen it?
Me and Samuels watched it.
Yeah.
Well, what are your thoughts about it?
Zombie, you start.
Brain freeze. The smiling faces is a no-go. I don't trust that face.
We watched it in the middle of the fucking night, and both of us like overtired, and it was just like too scary. But that's only because of the smiling faces the demon makes. It's unsettling.
That was actually pretty creepy with the movie.
Yeah, like a human being is not supposed to be able to make that kind of
Smile.
Facial feature.
yeah, exactly. But I think Truth or Dare was a good movie, and it's probably something we're gonna review later on.
Yeah.
For the time being, I do recommend watching it if anyone that's listening is interested.
Yeah.
Ogge and Tiger, have you seen it?
Oh, no, I haven't seen it.
Okay.
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, the movie is basically about this group of teenagers who in real life are pushing 30. And they are gonna go to Mexico during the spring break to party. And while they are in Mexico, they meet this guy at the bar who says when the bar closes that, hey, I know a place where we can continue partying. And they follow him, and they end up in the ruins of an old mission. And when they get there, they start to play a game of Truth or Dare.
No shit.
And soon this guy they met tells them that he only wanted them there because that's the rule of the game or something like that. And
Yeah, like the game must continue or something.
yeah. So he says something like that, and then he warns the main girl about not doing the challenges or tell the truth. And then when they get back home, they start to see things, and something has followed them home, basically.
And that's it.
Yeah, I really liked the movie.
Yeah.
I got some pretty serious Final Destination vibes from it, but without the gore. It's a really tame movie gore-wise, but there were some Final Destination vibes in there. But overall, I thought it was just a fun popcorn thrill ride, basically. I don't know what more to say about it.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a recommendation for me if you haven't seen it. But
Heck yeah.
but that's everything I've seen so far this month.
Okay, so let the trailer roll.
You want to take some pictures? Post it. I need another drink.
Dude, look.
What are you guys doing?
Did you guys buy your tickets 2 weeks ago like I asked you?
Which seats are better, balcony or orchestra?
Hey, Mitch, who's your buddy?
Who is that?
I just tried to hang up on him.
Can we get rid of this person?
I don't know. Was this here the whole time?
It's just probably a glitch.
Well, the glitch just typed.
Who is doing this? This is Laura's account.
Who would hack into a dead girl's account?
Maybe it's Laura. All right, everyone, hands up right now. Who's doing this?
Oh my god. Guys, seriously, who posted the video?
It wasn't me.
Well, one of us did.
Who's here?
Lock the door! Lock your door! Just hide! Why are you showing this? I didn't mean it! I swear it!
Oh, you swear? Man, what's going on?
What is that?
Ken, talk to us!
I'm signing off.
No, he'll kill you!
I have a gun, you hear me?
Why is he counting down?
This is gonna be fun.
High school student Laura Barnes commits suicide after an anonymous user uploads a video of her passing out and defecating at a house party. The video goes viral. A year later, on the anniversary of her suicide, Laura's childhood best friend Blair is chatting with her friends on Skype when an unknown user joins. Okay, so Zombie, you kicked this one off.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew
Well,
it.
I watched it with Tagger, and we had a really fun time watching it. I want to know your opinion about it first.
Oh, fuck. I'm having a brain freeze. I don't know what I think anymore.
Ogge, can you go first then?
Yeah. Okay.
I liked it. The first time I watched it, I thought it was awesome, but after rewatching it, I don't think it's that good, but I still think it's really good. It's really suspenseful, and I like the twists of the story, and it's a very unique idea, and I like that.
I do agree on that one.
Yeah.
I think it's one of its first kind, to be honest.
There's a movie from 2013 called The Den, which is basically the same thing. It's set on a desktop.
Okay.
But it's one of the first, yes.
Yeah, because you know, this movie, I'm not sure when it was released. I know it was after Unfriended, where a dad is trying to find his daughter and everything is filmed.
2018, it's called Searching.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I got it and The Den and Ratter, which is also a social media movie, I think, queued up on my to see list. So
yeah, so it's like one of the first kinds of lists. Okay, so
do you have anything
Yeah.
else to say about it, Ogge?
First when I saw it, I would have rated like pretty high, like maybe 8 or 9 of 10, but now it's a 7, I think. But yeah, it's a good movie.
What do you think about the characters in it?
Dumb as shit, but it fits the whole idea of the movie. Like they're supposed to be stupid teenagers.
Yeah.
They behave exactly how we expect them to.
yeah.
That's the main thing about them. Yeah.
True.
So, what about you, Tiger?
I honestly didn't enjoy it.
What?
Like it's, I can't say it's a bad movie or that it was like terrible. It's just that maybe it's because I saw the trailer that I kind of like saw most of the jump scares coming. But I will say I enjoyed the idea of of I got what the hell her name. Sarah Barnes, Lara Barnes.
Lara.
Barnes.
Yeah, of Lara like exposing everybody's like dark deeds to one another.
Yeah, the shit they've done behind each other's backs and whatnot.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that part. I enjoyed the way they did it too with Never Have I Ever. But I just overall did not enjoy the first. It seemed like for most of it would just drag on. And I lost interest in it. I think me and Angel just ended up making fun of.
We really made fun of this movie. It was very enjoyable watching with someone and just like give everyone so much shit for what we were doing.
By the way, which rating would you give it, Ogge?
7.
Okay.
The first time I watched it, I would have rated it higher, like an 8 or a 9.
Okay.
But it doesn't have much rewatch value to it.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Tiger, were you finished or?
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to rate it. 3 Skype names out of 10.
Fair.
Okay.
Okay, Zombie. You're in the game now, or?
Yeah, I've gathered my thoughts. I really like the concept of just seeing through the screen of the computer and nothing else, and yet still seeing the characters through Skype. It's a very clever idea. The acting, I get it was good for what they were portraying, which, as said, stupid teenagers, which really did fit. I wouldn't really say it was scary personally, so it doesn't really have that kind of vibe.
There's a reason. There's a reason for that.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely, it there is. But it's not really my kind of movie, I would say. It's not a bad movie, but it's just not something I would venture to or seek out to watch for myself.
Yeah, aren't you like more for like I know you know like Halloween because of the suspense.
Yeah, I'm more for that, and actually more for a change of scenery in the movie rather than staying in one place, such as this movie does.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of hard changing scenery when everything is supposed to be taken from a desktop.
Yeah, and it works. It's just that some people like that kind of concept, but
yeah, of course, everyone's different.
I'm not that person personally.
You know how they could have changed the scenery? She could have changed the background picture.
Yeah. Laura
makes no
Barnes
sense.
could have done. Laura Barnes could have done that. You
Yeah,
know?
she could have changed this like some
like that, like she could have done that, like something like horrifying, like you're a liar, or just something like I know your secret.
I know what you did last summer.
Yeah, kind of that kind of vibe. They could have done that to like up the ante, like change it before she realizes it, and then she like takes stuff down, and then she realizes the background has changed, like that kind of.
Yeah.
Like possess the computer. I don't know. More than just Skype and Facebook.
So, what rating do you give it?
I would give it a 6 out of 10.
Still pretty good.
Yeah, like it's not a bad movie. That's what I'm trying to
It's just
say. But
not your cup of tea.
yeah,
Hmm.
which is why it still gets a fairly high rating from me.
Yeah. Joseph?
Unfriended. I might as well echo what Ogge said. I really liked the movie, but I think I've rewatched it like 5 times or something, and for each viewing, it decreases in the entertainment value. The concept is, of course, innovative and really interesting, and I like the fact that they basically have made a slasher movie, a supernatural slasher movie set on a laptop desktop.
Mm.
And that's the reason I was talking about Zombie.
Yeah.
One thing I think they could have done better in the movie is the death scenes. They should have, shown like 5 seconds more or something of each death to
Yeah.
make it a little bit more exciting, because as it is, it's just basically blink it and you miss it. And that was one of the things I was thinking about when I was rewatching it this time.
Yeah, it's like the teenagers are a little bit like too hysterical, and we don't get to see really why.
Yeah, especially with the blinking and whatnot.
Well, all of the death scenes are basically interrupted by lag in each of the death scenes, and
buffering, lagging, and freeze lag.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot.
That's something that did bother me, like in the movie, like when it got suspenseful, like when the main characters, when they were not like in extremely mortal danger, like they were still lagging like shit. Like I know it is because Skype is Skype, but it got ridiculous at some parts with the lag. Like it kind of killed the suspense a bit, because like you had one dude that was entirely skin colored because he moved one frame.
Yeah. Oh, what's it called? Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sure, Skype was laggy and it was it had freeze lag problems and whatnot, but they overdo it and they overuse it. I do agree on that.
Yeah, it drags down the rating a little bit for me. At least now, the very first time I saw Unfriended, I would have given it a 9.5 or 10 out of 10. But upon my rewatching, while rewatching it, it has become like this background noise each time I see it. Which is basically. Which basically makes me just reach for the phone.
Yeah, you kind of spot the flaws in it when you rewatch it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
I was thinking about something this time around as well, about the characters. All of the characters are basically despicable assholes if you think about it.
Yeah.
They are lying cowards and assholes. The only one that, at least I think, could be considered likable is Mitch. What do you guys think about that?
I disagree. I actually really like Ken, because he doesn't seem like he. I don't know. He doesn't seem like a bad person.
But he also didn't get like so far as to be dragged into the
That's
Never
fair.
Have I Ever game. So you don't really know how much of an asshole he is compared to the other ones.
Yeah.
Which does make him a more likable character because he had that wit about him, but still hadn't had that flaw that you realize the other characters had.
Let me rephrase it. I like Ken, and I like Mitch.
We can do this in two steps. The whole cast and the final people.
Among the final people, then I agree. Like Mitch really is like the most likable guy because
he's basically just there because he's in love with Blair, who has cheated on him.
Yeah.
And also, I think he also like leaked a video of the thing that spoiler that Blair like filmed.
No.
He did something or other that if I remember correctly.
I'm pretty sure Blair is the one who both filmed it and posted it.
Yeah, but it was like something he did with concerning a video that he had to put a finger down for. But I don't remember what. But he was like the most innocent of characters, I would say.
I think what he did was he sold Adam out for weed.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Oh yeah, he's a backstabbing asshole.
I think he was the one who uploaded it, but Blair was the one who filmed it.
Yeah.
Blair filmed it. Yeah, that might be true.
Yeah.
Whoa! You mean the video of Laura?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys sure about that? Because I've never thought about that. I always thought that it was Blair who uploaded it, filmed it, and uploaded it.
I have notes here.
She tells Lara that he was the one who uploaded it, and it seems like Lara knew it was him, and she asked Barnes why are you protecting him, and then she confessed.
Yeah, that might be true.
But Lara was the one who filmed it.
Huh. I honestly never thought about that, and I've seen this movie like 6 or 7 times.
The more you know.
Well, Blair is like a liar, so.
Yeah.
But I think that's how it went down.
Well, he's the biggest piece of shit in the entire movie now.
Yeah.
No, honestly, the biggest piece of shit is Blair for filming at all. It's like, who the fuck films your supposedly best friend who's fucking shit-faced and has shit themselves? That's exactly if, like, I would film Zombie when we're at a party and he fucking shits himself. And
you would be dead to me, man.
Like, I would be the biggest asshole if I did that. Even if, let's say, that Josef would upload it.
Yeah, that's true. But you know what I mean. He's a dick.
Everyone is a fucking asshole.
Yeah, well, all of the characters in the movie are very flawed, and they aren't,
they're all just a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need people like.
I think they all did something to Blair concerning her death or the cause of her death, and that's why they're all getting punished.
Well, Ken.
Yeah, you mean Laura? Sorry.
Laura, never mind.
Blair is the main girl.
Yeah, we said Blair too many times.
Because the only thing that I could see that Ken did was that he sent the malware to everyone to install to get rid of Billy, the account. That,
and he also kind of, excuse me for saying, but he also kind of like said like she deserved it.
Yeah,
because
that's true. Yeah, that's
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, I forgot about
so
that.
So for a ghost, that counts.
Yeah.
She was about to let him go as the sole survivor, but then he went and said that, so never mind. Asshole.
True. Okay, so...
But yeah, I still like the movie, but I think I've seen it two times too much. And
Get into your head.
yeah. But yeah, like I said, I like the movie, but I've seen it too much, and my rating will be. Yeah, I think I will go with Ogge and say 7. It's a good movie, but it's not a good rewatch movie.
Mm.
So Angel, what do you think about Unfriended?
I think this is about my 4th time watching it, and it has no rewatch value. No matter how long you wait on rewatching it, it doesn't have a value for it. Not in my eyes. Like when I brought up Halloween, that has rewatch value, and I bring it up too much to be honest, but it's a good movie. Next to this one, that's like, yeah.
Like, the only rewatch value I say this movie has is like if you watch it the first time, like I did, with super shit quality, so you had no idea basically what was going on until you rewatch it in actual good quality and you actually see what the fuck happens.
Yeah.
That's when it has rewatch value.
That's
Otherwise,
true.
no.
The thing is, like, so many things triggered me while watching it. Like, you see so many flaws when you rewatch a movie, and especially a movie with no rewatch value. Like we all have a used Skype at some point in our life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Something that bothered me, that pissed me off. Like, she answers with video call, meaning the video is supposed to start right away. Does it? No, it doesn't. It's like, yeah, small things pisses me off. It's like, oh, all of a sudden, all their friends is in a group call with them, and she's fucking half naked. It's like, that's not how it works.
Yeah, the beginning of the movie is really fucking cringe as well.
Yeah, it's extremely fucking cringe. But something I do like is that we get to see her like write a message. It's like deletes it and rewrites it and deletes it and rewrites it. It's like things like that. I can like, yeah. I approve of that because that's something you would do yourself most likely. I know with myself that I rewrite a lot of my messages like 11 times before I send them.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. I have so many notes that is fucking.
I forgot to write notes this time, so I'm just going off my head right now.
I have like
Same.
11 notes or something.
Same. That's why I panicked.
I never write notes. I just go with the flow.
Well, look at him. Mr. Fancy Pants.
Mister, I never take notes.
Yeah, that's something I do. Like, sometimes I just write 1 or 2 notes, or I have no notes, and then I let everyone else talk, and then it's like, and I've spiraled off in what's it called?
Until I say titties.
Go fuck yourself.
No, I won't.
No, I know Tiger's gonna do it later. It's okay.
Fuck you.
I love the part. It's like, never have I ever fucked my boyfriend's best friend. It was an accident!
Yeah.
How is a fucking accident?
Yeah.
Did you fall over on his dick or something? Like, oh, he happened to lay there over on the floor and you slip on off like a banana peel. And oops, there goes your panties. Oops, there's a dick up you. This is no.
He was just laying there on the floor, dick out, I slipped, you know how it goes.
Somebody's talking of experience, I hear.
Yeah. So
She's like, I'm sorry, it was an accident. I was having too much fun.
oh yeah.
But yeah, that's a pretty good point, Angel. I forgot about that actually.
Yeah, it just pisses me off so fucking much. Like, no, cheating is never a fucking accident.
It's a choice.
Yeah, it's always a choice.
I mean,
Yep.
sometimes it's an accident if you mistake your boyfriend for his twin.
That. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I can give it. Yeah.
As it's saying the big questions now.
But then also they have to be identical. Which not a lot of twins are, like actually physical. Like you can't tell them apart.
Well, have you seen the Weasley twins?
Yes.
They are very similar, even IRL. But we're getting off topic here. We're talking about a horror movie.
Not Harry Potter.
Technically, Harry Potter is a horrible.
Yeah, the first one sucks.
Oh my god, okay, we lost both Tiger and Joseph. Hopefully they will make it back to the next episode.
Hey. I actually like the sequels. The first one is just boring. The rest
You're
of them...
fucking boring.
Yes, I am.
Ooh.
I agree with Joseph on that. The first movie was fucking snooze fest.
Yeah.
Like, I understand you're like introducing all the characters and setting up the first plot and the overarching story, but like, oh my god, could you do it any slower? I literally had to try to stay awake.
I have a note here. It's a quote note.
Quote, go fuck yourself.
Yes. No. So I don't really remember which part this is from, but I think it's from Never Have I Ever part. That part. It might make sense to someone else here. So we didn't mean it. Everyone was posting, so we did too. But we were just joking. We made a mistake, but we're good people.
Yeah, that's during the Never Have I Ever part.
Yeah. They're not good people.
No.
She's a cheating little bitch, and she filmed her best friend defecated and passed out.
And like, everyone else was doing it. Like, that's no excuse. Like, that's just trying to like, oh, everyone else was doing it. Like, yeah, and you shouldn't. That's no excuse. You can't just said that. And you know what? That can have long and lasting effects, even if joking. That was not a joke. That was far beyond a joke. Like, so
but that makes kind of sense for her to say that because she's begging for their life. She would have said anything.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that.
So,
yeah. She wouldn't go like, we thought you were a nerd, so we posted shit about you. Fuck you.
Yeah.
We didn't actually think you'd come haunt us.
Yeah. That's like the worst thing she could have said.
Yeah. It's like, it's when you see someone getting, like, bullied or beaten up or something, if you just stand by and watch, you're no better than the person doing the deed.
Yeah.
And what they're doing the deed of posting it and, like, letting even more people see what happened by accident. And so they're just as guilty as anyone else.
But they call themselves her friend.
Yeah.
Which basically makes things even worse.
Yeah.
Well, did they all call themselves her friend? Because I thought like only Blair did.
Well, I think Blair said something like they were drifting apart or something at one point. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
at the end of the movie.
Yeah, towards the end, she makes the excuse of they were drifting apart. But
Yeah.
even if you
Yeah.
were drifting apart, you would never in your worst nightmares do that to a friend.
No.
No, like even a friend that you're drifting apart with, like that's far beyond that.
Yeah, even if it's like, no matter if it's your current friend, your childhood friend, someone you drifted apart from, you don't go and repost such an embarrassment and something that is so heavy on someone that they actually end their own life.
Yeah, even if they are a known bully,
Yeah.
like that's not like getting back at the bully. That's
being the bully.
Yeah.
yeah.
I just gotta say like this, talking about a little bit brighter points there. The nostalgia of Skype. Like, the
Nostalgia?
good... Yeah, the nostalgia of
Nostalgia?
Skype. Yeah, it's nostalgia for me. I never see Skype anymore.
But what part of that is nostalgia?
Fucking Skype is nostalgia!
Skype was fucking ass.
All I remember is anger.
Same.
Some Vietnam flashbacks
Yeah.
to buffering calls and...
All I remember is, do you fucking hear me?
Ah,
Hey,
same.
that was the best part. You called someone up, was like, "Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?"
And that's basically almost all of the phone call you until you're like, ah, fuck it, we'll call you later. Or you're
Later, exactly.
or-
like this.
you were a stubborn bastard and continued until it finally worked, like 10 or half an hour later.
I don't know. I've had so many good times on Skype that is nostalgia to me, at least. It's
I remember it took up so much CPU that when I was gonna game with my friends, we had to call each other on the phone. 'Cause-
God, that's actually extraordinary. Holy
But-
shit.
Something I was a bit confused by in this movie, like, they were on Skype. You can chat with each other, like, on Skype, privately. And yet, she went on, like, another, like, messaging
Yeah, chat
thing.
roulette.
Yeah. No, like when she talked
when she
with...
was
Yeah,
like,
iMessage.
friends from the side. Yeah.
Yeah. She used another messenger instead, because why? I
She's a
don't know.
teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
That-
think that was because Billy may have, or Laura may have had like access to the other part of the Skype, since she
Yeah.
was able to mess with like their cameras and whatnot. She may have been. So
Well, she started talking with Mitch on Messenger, iMessenger, much rather than on Skype already as the group call started.
Yeah,
But
Because-
didn't he get a message on Facebook,
he did by, like, someone.
Laura?
Or Laura.
Mm.
Because it just made me feel like we like us talking here on Discord, and then I started speaking or texting Angel on like Messenger instead of going to her profile and talking to her there.
I do that all the time.
Fair enough, but
Fuck
off.
The thing is, I find it easier. Like, I have specific people that I talk on specific platforms with. No matter if I'm on a Discord call or I'm on the phone with someone, I still have this specific place, the specific whatever to talk with someone on that I always talk with them on. It's just, I think it's kind of like a habit.
yeah, true.
So that's probably something. And the Skype was kind of shit for just talking. I used to use Messenger instead, because fuck texting on Skype.
Do you have anything else to say about Unfriended, Adrian?
I think I'm pretty done.
What rating would you give it?
I've already given my rating, goddamn.
Jesus Christ, I'm talking to Angel.
Oh, never mind. You're talking about Angel. Fuck.
Jeez, zombie, stop. What's it called? Stop being so, oh god, I don't remember the word for it.
An idiot?
No, not an idiot. Self-absorbed.
Full of it.
Everything we're talking about is me. And nothing else. Whatever are you speaking of? Aw. Aw.
Not really. I guess that's about it.
Yeah.
Well, I will
Rating.
give it a really bad rating. I like the fact that it's from the desktop, but I'm just gonna give it like a 3 out of 10 Skype dudes. That's about it worth, because I've seen it so many times. It's just
The first time you saw it, which rating would you have given them?
I would have given it like a 7.5, 8, because I thought it was really, really good. But also back then, I didn't have good taste in movies.
What has changed?
So many slashers at the time.
Like, I give it this rating, and I would give it this rating. But that time of me can go fuck off.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Shall we
Yeah.
go into some background, perhaps?
Yeah,
I don't have that much, but...
Yeah, we can wrap up like the backstory shit after the second one.
Okay.
Okay. So, Unfriended Dark Web.
Trailer.
Yo!
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
It is game night.
Hey, you ready for this?
I got a new laptop.
Actually new.
There's a cyber cafe that I've been working at, and this computer was sitting in the lost and found for the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Hang on, you stole someone's computer?
I didn't steal it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Messed up.
And I found this folder, it was hidden, and it automatically connects you to this thing.
Dude, this is dark web.
What's dark web?
Part of the internet where no one can track you.
It's all about drugs, illegal IDs, even assassination for hire. Hey, yeah, the dark net is mostly about the bad guys.
And this computer's got videos on it, right? Check this out.
I really think you should stop.
Oh, God.
That looked way too real.
I think that is real.
Guys, that's what they're trading.
Trade what?
All those videos.
We have to do something, and we have to do it now.
Who's that?
What's happening?
Wait, guys, hold up. Where's Lex?
Wait, that's Lex's building. You guys. No. Is that Lex?
He killed Lex!
Who?
The ones who buy the videos, the ones who pick the girls.
What the hell?
They've all been watching.
Oh my god.
That's my mom.
No! If they found Lex, can't they find the rest of us too?
They've had control this whole time.
Please, leave us alone! Get out of there right now!
I can hear you. Are you still
Kelly,
there?
I can't
just
see you.
Matthias O'Brien is working on a new laptop he has acquired, originally belonging to someone named Nora C. IV. he keeps getting messages for Nora from someone named Erica when he gets on Skype video call with his friends for a game night. Oh god, that was really super hard to say. Ogge, you go first. Yeah, you!
Me?
Wow. Oh gosh. This is definitely not as good as the first one. Like the plot has a good potential, but I don't like the way they executed it. I like the movie in the beginning, but then it kind of spirals out of control with those all-powerful hackers. And yeah, like you find out that they have like a secret plan to blame it on them, but they could have done it like way easier. It just makes no sense for them to go through all of that, and the characters, especially the main character, acts like a fucking idiot. Like I found it, some of the things he did, I found it pretty frustrating.
The reason they do this everything so complicated is because it's the thrill of the hunt, or however you wanna say it.
Yeah.
That's what I got out of the movie,
like,
at least.
Because they like to make it like a challenge, I guess.
Yeah.
Even if it's not really a challenge for them, it becomes like they like adding extra steps because they're extra people.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if you take Hostel. Like, it's a big organization that's doing everything. And they want to do these really weird and fucked up things and go out of their way to do everything 100 times bigger than it needs to be. Because they enjoy everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, continue. Sorry for cutting you out.
Yeah. Where was I?
The main character is a fucking idiot.
Yeah, they are. I agree.
It was you said it.
I think, like, for the sake of the story, it didn't make a whole lot of sense for them to be in a combo again. I feel like the rest of those characters are just there for a body count.
Yeah.
Which the movie doesn't really need, because most of it is off screen to begin with.
Yeah.
They could also have made like those snuff movies and that. They could have made the movie pretty gruesome, but it kind of annoyed me that they didn't, because it's kind of the point that what they're doing is so gruesome.
Yeah, sadistic.
Yeah. But somehow, even though I got pretty annoyed, it still kept me entertained throughout the whole movie. So it's something you could watch like once, but I'm not gonna rewatch it. So I'd probably give it like a 4.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zombie.
Yes. I feel pretty much the same way you do, because it's like it doesn't really have the same thrill as the first one with an overnatural spirit taking over and playing sick games on me.
Supernatural.
Supernatural. Thank you. A supernatural entity playing like sick revenge games on you, on like these actual guilty people that's shitty people too. And in like this this one, the characters, they are more innocent, still stupid, but like they're supposed to be like innocent, even though one of them stole a computer, and that kind of like takes away from it in a way, and the fact that you have these like over godly like hackers. I know like people like these exist in real life, but it still feels like they are like everywhere. They can find you so easily, and it just kind of takes away the thrill, because like I don't really know how to explain it. It just kind of do, I guess. Because like even though you have this OP supernatural being, it becomes different if you just have this OP very sick gay hacker that does it out of fun rather than revenge or something. And I would actually give it the same rating as Ogge did, 4 out of 10.
Huh.
I lost my train of thought.
It happens. If it comes back, you can just pick it up.
Yeah. So I went on a talking spree. And so I give this fastball to Joseph.
No, Tiger.
Fine, Tiger.
Right the first time, give it to Josef. Excuse me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Jesus.
He just got murdered.
Holy
Casually.
shit. Okay, Tiger.
Comparing it to the first Unfriended, I enjoyed this one more, simply for the simply because it seemed faster, and the sequences between him being on the private chat with his girlfriend, whose name I honestly forgot.
Amaya,
I think.
Amaya.
Amaya. But between him being on like the private Facebook chat with her and being on the Skype chat with his friends, I just preferred the pacing of it overall. I agree. I feel like his friends weren't really needed to be, weren't really necessary. They were definitely there for body count. I didn't take any notes, so I'm definitely blanking on what I'm trying to say.
It's okay.
The pacing was much better. The acting seemed better. I definitely, with a fucking passion, hated both the main character and conspiracy boy. Like the two of them should have been the first ones killed. Honestly, it should have been up to like the DJ girl, the hacker, and the lesbians to like solve all of that. I will say I do enjoy the inclusion of the lesbians for representation, and just overall, though I'll say it like this: I feel like he should have just been gone clean initially with like how he acquired the laptop. Just been like, hey, I took this laptop. But I can sort of understand his reasoning to not say that, because it's gonna make him look like a fucking dick, which he is.
Yep.
I don't know. I just feel like it's a whole lot to like unpack in this movie, and it's just it just could have been a better movie overall. Like, it made a lot of mistakes, but it's just overall still a bad movie. I'd probably give it a 5 as compared to the 3 that I gave the first movie. Like I said, for the pacing and the way everything was done. I enjoyed the little Minecraft thing that they did though with the river. That was pretty neat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of cute.
It was very calming, amongst all the death.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I'll pass it over to Josef.
Yeah.
We need to make a private river.
Huh?
We need to make our own river.
Yeah,
Oh,
because what we gonna...
Because, I don't know. It's
I
fun.
mean, yeah, we all can download Minecraft and make a river together.
Because reasons.
Yes. And then we can post a video of it on YouTube. It's like, here's our river.
Oh,
Become
the
super
other thing I
rich
wanted
and
to
famous.
say was his little idea of fucking saying that shit was a game with all those girls and shit to try and calm down his friends was fucking retarded.
Oh, the videos you made.
Yes.
Oh.
Like that shit was just fucking dumb. Like it was more than likely that his friends were gonna die anyway from the fucking beginning. So you should just
Yeah,
be
well,
like, kind of
the Nora C4 guy told him to convince them that it wasn't anything.
I know.
That's the reason he told them that it was just a game.
No, I know. I just feel like it would have been there would have been there's definitely like other ways he could have gone to like convince them that this wasn't a real thing.
Yeah, like he could have tried to like subtly tell them, like, it's a game. Wink, wink. I'm trying to tell you something because I can't actually.
Right. Yeah.
Like be more like believable. Like you actually want to tell them rather than just her life is in danger. Fuck it all.
I think like fuck that. Why did it transfer the money? Like everything was getting solved and
Yeah.
like the hacker guy, he knew where he lived and he was pretty close to killing them.
He was
He's like, nah, I'm gonna piss him off.
like he just needed to be like the White Knight and save that girl. Like you're in enough deep shit. Like
yeah, that
Sure.
that went well.
He had to be.
Yeah, like-
He had to do it because the script said so.
Well, the thing is kind of like,
because like
I had a stroke. So I had this whole like thing, like this is what I want to say. So, no.
like sure it's morally like you want to save this person, but at the same time you are dealing with very very dangerous people, and if you want to save yourself and your friends, I think it's like, this may sound wrong, but better to just leave it, because you have no like guarantee that it will actually like work, because they have most likely all the cards from the beginning because they are hackers.
I mean, they're supposedly from the dark web.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking it's like, you have this opportunity to potentially save someone's life, and looking at her, she might be around 16, 17. So she has her whole life in front of her. These guys are like mid fucking 30s. When I read the IMDb's description, teens. Where the fuck are they teens?
Yeah.
They're my age.
Yeah, late 20s, early 30s.
I would say early 30s, mid 30s, somewhere.
Also,
yeah.
I just realized something. Why in the ever living fuck would the college post like their students' full information just like out there? Like I understand putting like their first and last names out there, but they had the people's address, their current emails, their phone numbers, like everything. Like, what college does that?
I don't think that's legal.
No. I mean, when we were in middle school, our class got this like paper with phone numbers and whatnot to every classmate, but that might be different.
That was probably different because you're like middle schoolers, and during the times, it's more than likely people could have gotten abducted and whatnot. But
That's possible. But yeah, it's really fucking weird to post like phone number and address and everything.
At the same time, you're like dealing with the actual murder in the case,
Yeah.
in which like you're in their domain always and never out.
yeah, but I mean, like, if you're in a murder hacker's domain, why
Yeah, true.
the school's at fault in this scenario?
True.
Because
Go big or go home, I guess.
Yeah.
what? How's that apply here? Go big or go home, like posting your students' information.
Like, your school has fucked you over. You're in, as it said, their domain because school, and in that case, go big or go home. Try and save her either way. That's what I'm trying to say. No,
okay.
not in the schools. Go big or go home. Know everything about your student or nothing.
Anyways, Joseph, continue.
Yeah, Unfriended Dark Web. What do I think about it? I think it's worse than the first movie, but at the same time, I still like it. The concept is a bit watered. Is it called watered down?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't mind the whole concept of putting hacker murders in the movie because the dark web is kind of known for, people with suspicious reasons being there, and basically the characters in this movie are fucking stupid, and to be honest, the whole movie is kind of fucking stupid. Some of the things these hackers can do is, you can't do it in real life. I know it's a movie, but I mean, come on.
Yeah, most like they could do more than a ghost. It makes sense that it's a supernatural being, but yeah.
Yeah, they can be however OP they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, how they manage to like blur out their faces live. That technology doesn't exist, at least not from what I know. And like you and I have said, the characters are fucking stupid, and the main guy is a complete moron, and they are basically cannon fodder, all of them. In the first movie, everyone was basically everyone was assholes, while in this one, we got one asshole which drags the rest down because of his greed, basically.
Yeah.
Greed and cowardice, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I prefer the first one over this one, but at the same time, I think this one is pretty good as well. And I've only seen it twice, so it didn't become background noise like the first one. Rating wise, I would give it a 6, I think.
Last thing, I wanted to point out that the idea for unfriended dark web was done like a whole lot better with open windows that I saw 2 years ago, I want to say, with Elijah Wood and Sasha Grey. It's basically the same concept of like watching people over your laptop and whatnot, but this one's done through the camera, just like spying on other cameras. I think watching her, and uh, he's just like going through all this because he wanted to meet her, and now he's trying to like save her life. So I feel like the concept was better executed in this than with
Unfriended Dark Web.
yeah. Sorry, I had food in my mouth.
Okay, Angel, your thoughts?
I agree with Ogge. It's a poorly executed. The execution of the movie is poor. The idea is great. They could have made it better. I am somewhat disappointed in it. Actually, I was looking forward to this one. At most, it's decent. I like it better than the first one, but I've seen the first one maybe 5 times, so... I do agree with Tagger that AJ, the what's it called?
Conspiracy boy.
Yeah, fucking rip off Shaggy. He's so fucking annoying, and he lives in his mom's basement. But I like how he died.
Yeah, that death scene is great.
Getting fucking swatted. That's slow.
FBI, open up!
And they don't shoot him with just one bullet either.
It's like
a fucking rainstorm of bullets coming his way.
Yeah.
FBI, open up!
It's like they were all like just trying to lunge over each other in the doorway just to shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love one of the things he says, because he dated one of the lesbian girls before she met her girlfriend. The one guy she ever slept with. Like, come on, dude, it's not a good thing.
Right.
If she's like, oh, I realized I'm gay after sleeping with you, then...
Well, that says something about him.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty fucking sad, in my opinion.
Want to become gay? Sleep with me.
Yeah. You want to date girls? I can fix that. Something that really bothered me, honestly, is about the hacker guys. Like, the first one, Nora, I'm gonna call him Nora. Like, how he entered and disappeared, like, how the camera became all weird and shit.
Yeah.
And how he could write messages on Facebook that Amaya couldn't see. Right. And that they disappeared. There's no technology that works that way.
Yeah, it was things like that I meant when the whole.
Yeah, sure, it's a movie.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna make a movie about hackers, make it somewhat believable at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the only thing I can think that's like close is like that you may have like some technology on you that like disturbs cameras or whatnot.
Yeah, but he was just
like,
in a hoodie and jeans.
Yeah, like that's the only like close explanation I could ever have. But at the same time, it's very like I'm not trying to explain it, but that's the closest you could get to an explanation.
I mean, you could probably either make on your own or install some sort of malware that does that to your camera. But blur faces while you're live, that
not
doesn't
possible.
work.
I don't think there is technology that can do that. Not yet, anyway.
No, but what I mean is, if you install malware that you activate, like that doesn't mean like when he walks from the computer to her friend's room, like that part, that weird, like where the camera acts up really weird. I think probably you could use malware for it, but But what other hackers does with the blurring faces, I don't think that's possible at all. Not
But
yet.
you know, they're from the dark web. They can do anything. They're like magical creatures. They have all the technology.
Sure, they fart rainbows too.
Yeah,
They have all the technology available.
The thing what bugs me about it though is that, sure, maybe if you have another hacker who has control of the computer and has some sort of malware, maybe you could pull something of that off.
Yeah.
Or you could just use a mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can legit go to the closest sports store, whatever you want to call it, and buy a skiing mask.
Or a hockey mask.
Yeah.
Oh, that too.
He could have gone a laser war he's on her ass.
Yeah.
Like, it worked for other people, why not you?
Exactly.
You're not special.
Or go to the nearest masquerade store and get a Halloween mask. Like, Jesus. And I mean, the rest of the hackers, quote unquote, that like kills everyone else off, they have masks.
That or just a very, very big hood.
Yeah. It's like, come on. I do agree that, like, I kind of think a mix of the hacker guy from London and the DJ, that those two, like, don't have those two as main characters instead. Because this guy is just a fucking asshole.
Yeah. And honestly, the dynamic between those two would have probably been much better than the dynamic between Amaya and Matthias.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I think, like, her death was, like, the most disappointing in my case, because all she did was, like, go away for a phone call, and then all the others get to see her, like, get pushed off the roof. And, like, that's the
Pushed?
last-
She was fucking launched from that roof.
Okay, fair enough.
I believe I can fly!
Just picked up and yeet
Yeah.
off that rooftop.
I thought...
Like they hacked her headphones and installed a catapult on them.
Yes. I actually think one of the lesbians, the one that dies in front of the train, I thought her death was pretty boring too. Like, oh no, you're struggling with someone. Oh. But that her girlfriend had to choose between her or her mother. I can give them that. That was...
Also, yeah, how do you not pick out somebody who's acting weird in a fucking train station, staring at the goddamn wall before he pushes you into a fucking train?
Yeah.
How is that not something you notice?
Yeah, he also almost pushed himself off in front of the train too.
Yeah.
I think he actually got hit by the train when it came in. Because he had his
he was
head
able
like...
to push her off of him before the train came.
Yeah, well... Yeah.
This like... Well, I don't think you think like, oh, that guy is staring into the wall, it's probably gonna push me in front of the train. Because if you think that, then you're AJ.
Well,
but at the same time, they are in a very, like, peculiar situation where people have already killed one of them.
Yeah.
So you would be actually, like, a bit on edge, like.
Yeah, but she's
more
fucking
than
dumb.
usual.
It's a horror movie.
By the way, I think that actress who played that character is also in the Purge election year.
She might be, yeah.
Just a side note, she's the one driving the Panzer, the car.
I don't know. Now that I'm like talking about it with you guys, I'm noticing so many flaws in the movie that it's just like just unnerving.
Well, that's why we're here and talking about it.
I forget what the black chick's name was, but like she kept boasting, not really boasting, but saying that like she had a cop friend or whatever, or a detective friend. And it's like, if you have a detective friend, wouldn't he have told you like ways to disguise yourself, or hide your face and whatnot if you're going out into a public location, if you have somebody on your tail, and to just like be aware of your surroundings? And it's like, how do you not do any of that?
I don't really
and so-
think that if you have like friends that are cops and whatnot, I don't think they tell you things like that, because that would be a really weird thing to start talking about over drinks.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Maybe not, but like, you think you would pick up on something like that if at any point your friends told you that they were a detective or a police officer or anything of that nature.
If I had a friend as a police officer, I'd be like, dude, can I shoot your gun?
Yeah, carry a gun as well. I don't even think he carried that, because any normal person would have probably shot the dude on sight the moment he tried to turn around and touch them. I don't know. I just hated I like the execution of the movie better than the first one, but I hate everything else now that I'm thinking about it.
You're so angry.
I am. I wanted to like this movie.
And then he
fucking scared
realized.
by this movie. I think it was because I didn't have too much sleep when I watched it with you, Angel. But oh my god, I got scared by this movie, and now I'm so fucking mad that I did, because it's a shit,
I mean,
absolute shit movie.
it might be also that we were like shit talking the movie too.
True, but I think we only like really like heavily chat talked the first movie. I think there were like just little moments where we talked for the second movie.
Yeah, I think like it was the first time watching both of us. We kind of more enjoying it.
Yeah, and the girl who like didn't fucking choose at all. Like, how do you not choose your fucking mother over some bitch? Like, I understand you love them both.
Well,
but how do you...
her mother was dying in brain cancer.
No, I know, but like he said like choose who you wanted to live, I think. And she was like, I can't choose. I can't choose neither. I'm not gonna choose. Like, okay, you have fun watching both of the people you love die in front of your eyes. You have fun with that. And then cry and complain that you can't do shit about it. You gave you a choice.
Like the girl you're gonna marry or your dying mother. You have to choose. Don't just sit there and cry.
Right.
Because that will just kill both of them. It's not like they were gonna be. It's not like they were gonna be. She didn't choose. We can't kill any of them now. Shit. This has never happened before.
She found her weakness.
I just can't get over the fact that he transferred the money. Like, he knows that's a very dangerous guy. He knows the name of. He knows his name. He knows where he lives. He knows the name of his friends. He knows he can kill them. He's on the subway with his girlfriend. If anything goes wrong, he'll kill her. And if he just give him the computer, he might be okay. I'm gonna delete all his money.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think is gonna happen?
Because if he didn't do that, it wouldn't get all the other hackers like attention. Like, even though like we know later that it was all a sick game, he didn't know that. Like, he unnecessarily got all of their attention, and that ultimately fucked over everyone.
Yeah, and like, even if you didn't know what was on the laptop beforehand, if you're gonna look at a video and you see somebody being stuffed into a fucking barrel or being chained to a fucking pipe in the middle of nowhere, that at that point, that's when you're like, you know what, let me delete my information off of this laptop. Let me just put it back where the fuck I found it.
Yeah. Because, thank you.
Something that bothered me about it, if you're a hacker and you're like quote unquote working for dark web, then why and how the fuck do you forget your laptop at an IT coffee shop for weeks? It's like you're
and then you
begging
get
He didn't forget it.
Yeah, at the end of the
At
movie,
the end
it was
of the,
all
yeah.
it was all a setup for somebody to actually take it.
Yeah, but like if you think about it as someone that didn't know that, like, and then realized this hacker forgot their computer for like 3 weeks later, and that would be very suspicious. Like, if you can't come from that perspective, and the moment you get the laptop, they are like immediately, go fuck yourself, you thief.
Yeah.
Like, they had, like...
They had
and
3 to 4
they,
weeks to get it back. Yeah.
Yeah. And they knew, like, that they could go to the cafe to get it back. So they must have known it was there. Like, that's when red flags should have popped up, like,
True.
Or at least like write your number on the sticky note and put it on the laptop. Be like, hey, if lost, please contact this number. Like, at bare minimum, even if it's like a throwaway phone or whatever.
Yeah.
To be honest, that explains kind of like why he actually looks into the security camera while kidnapping Erica, because he wanted to set someone up.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you don't look straight into security cameras even if you're a hacker.
Sure.
Yeah.
That explains so much. Holy shit.
Like, this was very much planned. Very, very planned.
Oh, you think?
And I like that the London guy, the London hacker, like, he realizes that they are setting him up and everything, and he films the whole conversation and everything. But at the same time, like, are you filming from when this bullshit starts, or were you filming when you guys were just gonna play Cards Against Humanity?
Right. Yeah. Like, at that point, it's obvious that he only started filming like after shit hit the fucking fan. But at that point, it's like you don't really have too much information to go off of. I mean, it's still like it's possible that they could like find more information on it, but you're only hearing half the conversation. You're only seeing like maybe his side. I don't think they even saw the messages that were being sent to Matthias via Facebook or whatever.
No.
So there's like so many like blanks that would be needed to be filled in that just couldn't.
Yeah.
Also, I really feel bad for the London guy. Like, the way he died was pretty gruesome, because like dude was like pulled by the fucking neck by a rope over I think a bathroom door.
Bathroom door.
Yep.
Yeah. He didn't deserve that.
No. And he was fucking hot.
I mean, I guess.
Bangable, at least.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Better.
Favorite character, at the least, in my opinion.
Like him and the basically everybody except for Matthias was like Matthias and the hacker guy were like fuckable material. Matthias, the hacker guy, and AJ, all three of them were fucking disgusting.
No.
You're one horny motherfucker.
Yeah.
Can you blame him?
It's November.
With that mad beard of his, so Yeah.
I gotta get all the men with us. Damn.
I wish.
Okay, anyway, I think we're gonna wrap it up here then. So, the background stories.
Oh shit.
Because it's kind of like we're just like pulling on thin strings by now, and it's
Save us.
yeah, we don't really have much to say anymore.
No. Does anyone have any background information?
None.
The only thing I have is that the guy playing Mitch in Unfriended, it's the same guy that plays what's his face in that one movie I watched one time.
That clears up so much.
Oh,
Yeah.
That movie.
Oh, that
yeah,
guy.
exactly.
Ah,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Grave Encounters 2 even. He's the main character.
You should check IMDb because I checked that before, and it's not the same guy.
It's the same guy, I told you.
No,
I
it's
remember
not.
a face. Shut up,
It's
I
not.
remember. Shut up, I remember a face!
Okay, I'm gonna go with the background here then.
You are our magic wizard background guy.
Yeah,
Ooh.
because all of you
Ooh.
other people in here are lazy.
Yeah. Fair.
I only scratched together a couple of things here. So, okay, background for you Unfriended. The film was originally titled Offline. Then it was Cybernatural, which I think they released as to the film festivals. But then finally they retitled it to Unfriended. The film is technically an independent film due to no studio being attached until 2014, when Universal had acquired distribution rights. The last thing I got for Unfriended is that it's inspired by actual suicides of Amanda Todd and Audrey Pott. Amanda Todd hung herself October the 10th, 2012, and Audrey Pott hung herself September the 12th, 2012.
Wait, did you say Amanda Todd?
Yeah.
Did she drink bleach?
Yeah, she did, but she survived.
Ah, okay.
She hung herself.
Yeah, they kind of did have like a tribute to her
Yeah.
when they had like the girl make this video very similar to
Yeah,
hers.
the Laura.
Ah, yeah.
Laura's
Yeah.
YouTube video.
Fuck
Yeah.
you sorry cunts.
Yeah. And Unfriended Dark Web. The trailer was uploaded first in the real Dark Web by the director himself. Was originally called Unfriended Game Night. It was likely changed to avoid confusion with the Jason Bateman led comedy Game Night from the same year. An original plotline was to feature Laura Barnes targeting college freshmen on a Skype-connected game night for their part in her online humiliation and death. It pays homage to the 2013 real-time desktop horror film The Den, which I mentioned earlier. Shelley Henning, the protagonist Blair Lilly of the original film, was slated at a point to return for the original treatment on Dark Web. So the movie was supposed to be a direct sequel to the first one. And the last thing I got is that the movie has 4 different endings.
Huh.
What?
I've seen all of them.
So,
One of the endings is that everyone dies. One of the endings is that Matthias survives. One of the endings is that Amaya survives. And the last ending is that Matthias and Amaya survives. But everyone else dies in all of the endings. But yeah, that's all the background I got for both movies.
Okay, so I think that's everything for this episode, right?
Yeah, we're just gonna tell what we're
I know.
playing out with in the next pick, I guess. Yeah, well,
So-
we are gonna play out with Katie Hersing. I heard too from Unfriended.
And the next pick is Friday the 13th, Part 3.
In 3D.
For the Friday the 13th special of December 2019.
Yeah.
Whoa, another Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Getting through that series. Wait. So enthusiastic, guys.
And I expect the voice of the podcast will be attending that episode as well, since they missed the last one.
Judgy eyes, judgy eyes, judgy eyes. This is the first time in ages we've been full 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Can
nice.
we make a wish now?
Come again?
Can we make a wish now?
No.
Oh.
I wish.
You can, but you're not getting it.
Yeah. I wish to see the world in fire and flames, and stuff like that. Well, anyways, let's say goodbye to the good people, and we will see you all in the next episode.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, and hopefully we will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Bye.
Sorry
See ya.
for my rants. Bye.
Goodbye, good people.